Hey guys, it's Kristen. So we're gonna do a makeup rehab update for July. I am filming this on the 5th of August, I believe it is. When you have days off, it's hard to keep track of time, dates. But I have everything written down for July. So we'll start there. So makeup rehab is just something I got the idea from Charmaine's Staycation and Andy Does Stuff. Charmaine does it for books, Andy does it for makeup. I'm doing it for makeup as well. There's certain rules, and I kind of looked to Andy at what her rules were and changed them to fit my needs and what my goals were. My goal is to have zero. So zero credits. So as much as I got rid of, as much as I took in. I'm counting like free gifts with purchase, things I get with points, or like things I get through Ulta through like if I get things with points, I'm going to count that, because it's not so much for me about spending money, it's about buying things that I want and I'm going to use, and being just more conscientious of things I really want. Minis or like deluxe samples or something, they count as half a point, and that's including single eyeshadows or like duo eyeshadows. I included those in the half, and then like a full-size product, palette, blush, highlighter, whatever, is a full point. So I got everything written down for July here. So on the 3rd, I got a face palette. So that's a -1 point. I'm sorry, let me go back. So we want to be in the positive. So if I obtain something and buy something, that's a negative. If I declutter, give away, sell, it's a plus. For June, that was my first month, I had a plus of 21. So, all right. For July, so I bought a face palette on the 3rd, so that's -1. On the 5th, I got the 2 Oden's Eye palettes, the Jewel and Gem and the Rock and Stone, so that's -2. On the 7th, I did a declutter and I got rid of 8.5 products. On the 9th, I listed something on Mercari from my collection, so I got rid of 1. On the 10th, I did another declutter, put things in my giveaway pile, or put them on Mercari or sold them, and that was plus 32.5. 13th, I did another declutter with 13.5. On the 13th, I got my Pandora's box of indie obsessions. I got 2.5 makeup items that I kept. I don't remember exactly what everything was. On the 17th, I got my Ice Cream Beauty box. We technically got 6 products in there because we got 2 liquid eyeshadows. I put the eyeshadow palette I got wasn't for me, nothing against the brand, or it was just not my color story. And that's part of what doing this is realizing that's not something I'm necessarily interested in, so I'm going to pass it along. But that still was 5, so that's -5. Ulta, on the 19th, I got another glitter primer from NYX and Revolution double-ended highlighter blush, which you'll see later. That's -2. On the 20th, from Ofra, -2.5, or yeah, -2.5. What did I get? Because I only remember buying one thing from Ofra, and then they sent a little lipstick as like a free gift with purchase, but I still count that. But I only bought one thing, but I wrote down 2.5. Well, I'm just gonna go with what I wrote down. If that's not in my favor, then it's not in my favor. 20th, didn't declutter 1 product. Not sure exactly what that was. On the 20th, I got my Ipsy, kept 4 products. I think 1 was an add-on for makeup products, so that's -4. The 25th, I got another Ipsy. I think this was an Ipsy order. I think that's where I got some face palettes and stuff. That's -4.5. The 25th I declutter, so I got +12. On the 26th I bought something from Walmart and Marshall's, -4. I don't exactly remember what I bought, which is sad. Also got something else from Walmart on the 29th, so that's -1. 31st I opened my Sydney Grace mystery box. I kept 4 makeup items. I am giving away 4 single shadows, so, but since I never counted the shadows as being part of my collection, I don't count giving them away, if that makes sense. So if I open a subscription box and say I get a blush that I know I'm not going to keep, I'm not going to give myself a +1 for giving it away since it was never in my collection. I'm sure that's clear as mud. So let's try to do some math in our head. All right, so -3, 5.5, 6.5, 39, 50, 45, 40.5, 41.5, 32, 44, 40, 35. So I have another 35 points plus the 21. So I have a total of 56 points, which is crazy because that means I can go get 56 full-size products. So I am doing like big decluttering, and well, I shouldn't say a huge decluttering because the things I've done so far, I've really actually kept a lot more than I decluttered. So, but, and then I have a declutter here too. So we're actually going to add more points. So the videos that I've made declutters on, like my lipsticks and lip products and what else have I done? Face palettes. Since that's already in the book. Once I was done with the video, I counted it up, put that in the book. So I'm not going to go through that again. I'm going to go through stuff that I tried, didn't like, finished up. So that wasn't actually a part of the declutter filming that I'm doing. So this is the box of declutter items. We have 3 little single shadows here. I went to try, I think I went to use this one at a look. I haven't used these in a long time. This is from VIPG. I'm not even sure what that stands for. I tried to look it up. I couldn't necessarily, I found a company that it could have been, but I don't remember purchasing from them, so I don't want to say it's that company. These just weren't. Oh, so this one is just a matte shadows from somewhere else. This is from Notoriously Morbid. I think I'm just not keeping it because I'm probably not going to keep any of my single matte shadows because I'm just not going to reach for them. If I'm going to keep a shadow, it's going to be a special sparkly type shade. But these 2 are from that VIPG. And I think there's one I did end up keeping, but they were just really crumbly. They might be really, really old. So these will each count as a half. So that's 1.5. This Ilia cream blush wasn't for me. I didn't care for it. It was kind of, it felt rough. It didn't blend that great in my opinion. So, but that's a mini, so that's a half. This, I think it's a gloss. Yeah, it was super sticky. I didn't care for it. So that's another one. This is a mini Kate. This is back when I was still Kat Von D, so I don't know how old this is. I don't use liquid liner a ton. I went to open it and it was like leaking and busted, so that's another half. So I'm gonna separate the folds and the halves. This roller lash from Benefit, it's not quite empty. I used it several times. It gives me raccoon eyes a little bit, so I tried it a couple times because sometimes for me anyway, the first time I use a mascara, it might give me the raccoon eyes just because it's new, it's a little wetter. If I give it a little time to get some air in there, it kind of helps so it's a little drier. I don't want it too dry. I don't want it to dry out, but it makes it a little drier so it doesn't transfer. This just still kept transferring for me, so I know a lot of people love it, but it wasn't my favorite. I still used quite a bit of it, so another half. I think this is a sample. I'm pretty sure I got this from Ipsy. It's a brow, and there's just like the tiniest little nib left, so it's not really working very well, so I basically finished that. This highlight from Physicians Formula, I just didn't care for it. It just didn't give me any highlight. This is the Revolution product I was talking about. The blush just wasn't great. It's very pigmented, and it seems no matter how light I tried to be, it was still very pigmented, which is great, but it wouldn't blend out, so I just had like this bright pink, and yeah, didn't care for it. This from Josie Marin, it was just too sticky and patchy, didn't like it. This lip tint, it's really watery, it was messy, didn't give me what I wanted. Same with this, or not same, but this lip cream from Kate Rounds Beauty, it's leaking, if you can see. It kind of weirded me out, so I wasn't in love with it. This shadow flip from Ciate London, I went to use it and it's so dry, even though I don't think I'd even used it before, but it's dried out. So this glitter crystal gem topper, it's really cute. I'll probably see if somebody I know wants it. I just know I won't use it. I was looking through stuff to use, and it's been in my to use bin for a while, and it's not for me, so this may go to a new home. This pressed setting mattifying powder, it wasn't horrible. I just don't really like pressed powder. I just prefer loose powder. It just seems to work better in my opinion. I think this is a sample size. The setting spray from LA Colors, I used a good amount of it. It just feels like the sprayer is kind of, no, maybe I used all of it. Okay, I guess I did use all of it because it's not spraying, but I knew I was getting towards the end, because sometimes in my experience when you get towards the end the sprayer just doesn't work very well, and that's what was happening with this. And this Wet n Wild is a contour stick. I forgot to include this in my collection of like bronzers. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm not going to use this side. This side is supposed to be like a concealer, but it's just too, or actually it's supposed to be like a highlight, but it looks like a concealer. Like there's no highlight to it. And this was actually pretty nice. I have more than enough, and since I'm only really going to use half of it, I will get rid of it. This is the Tinkerbell liner from ColourPop. I went to use it, and it's so dry. Actually, when I first tried using it, I got no color, so it was actually warmed up a little bit, but it is super dry. So, and I think I have other greens that aren't dry, so this will be decluttered. So, all right, we got 3, 6, 7. No, hold on. So we got 3. We have 8 minis, so that's 4. Whoa. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm gonna give this a half a point. I think it's like technically a full size, but it's tiny, so I'm gonna go 13.5. So that actually adds 13.5, which actually makes my final count for both months 69.5. I left at 69 because I'm a 12-year-old. So yeah, I'm way ahead. Yeah. So I'm just thinking that maybe I need to reevaluate, since I don't want to give myself license to go out and buy 69 products, because I don't need 69 more products and we're not done with our decluttering. So I think it's a good idea. I think I just need to revamp it, but that's part of doing things like this, is you don't quite know what's going to work until you do it. So, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed the update. I've been talking for 15 minutes, which is weird for me. I'm not a big talker. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, send your friends. We have a lot of fun here. Leave a comment down below, whatever you want to engage, so we can grow our little weird family here. All right, guys, thank you, and I will see you later. Bye.